Hi everyone. So topic in this video lecture is inter-process communication. Okay, so let's start. So as its name suggests, inter, that means in between, process communication. Okay, so we have seen that in operating system there are many processes that are simultaneously running, not exactly simultaneous, but process switching occur over here, but that time is so minimal that we just feel that our cpu is it's supercomputer and it is simultaneously executing all the things, but that is not the actual case. Okay, so there are sometimes it happens that one process wants to communicate with another process. Okay, so we will talk about that particular situation, inter-process communication. So processes in the system can be independent or cooperating. Just like in your classroom or in office culture, two persons are independent. That means they don't mess up with each other. Okay, and generally girls that cooperate with each other, at least in talking. Okay, so it's just example. Okay, don't take it personal. So process, independent process that cannot affect or it cannot be affected by the execution of another process. There is one process A, there is second process B, and both are executed without affecting each other. Okay, so these are called as a independent process. Cooperating process, that means it can affect or it can be affected by the execution of another process. For example, process A wants output of the process B as its input. Okay, then only process A can execute further. So over here process A is dependent on process B. Okay, so they are sharing something. Okay, they are communicating something. So these processes are known as a cooperating processes. Now cooperating processes need the inter-process communication mechanism. Obviously whenever two entities are communicating, there there has to be some mechanism or kind of a protocol. Even when human talks, there is the language. Okay, the gesture, posture, it is just a way to communicate. So in operating system also, processes require certain mechanism for their communication. Reason for process cooperation. Now why this particular process wants to communicate? So the first reason is information sharing. Okay, just like the case I have explained, process A wants output of process B as its input, then only it can further execute. After that, computational speed up. Okay, we want to communicate faster with parallel computation. Okay, just like that. So speed up can be gained just like that. Modularity, that means we module out the problems in specific certain ways or grouping. Conveniency. So okay, so these are the reasons for process cooperation. Now there are issues also in process cooperation. What are the issue? It can be possible this data is corrupted by some another process. Okay, for example, process B has executed and it has modified some output with proper calculation, but process B has changed its data by mistake. Okay, deadlock can happen. Now what is deadlock, that we will discuss very soon. Okay, after that, increased complexity. Whenever there is two entities are communicating, now it is just example that I am giving you, that two processes are communicating well. Actually it may be possible that there are 100 or 200 processes are communicating. Okay, so complexity is also increased. Require processes to synchronize their processing. Now synchronize, that means what? They are executing parallel, but they must be synchronized so that just all the thing don't go into mess up. Okay, it is just like that. There is a whole different unit of a synchronization. Okay, how two processes communicate with each other but in synchronized way. Okay, so that term just hold for that and learn the other things. After that, What is inter-process communication? So it is a communication between two or more process. Okay, just like this figure shown you, this both are handshaking. Okay, that means communicating. For example, let's take another example. There are total process P1, P2 and P3. Okay, process P1, process P2 and process P3. Over here I am just explaining you the concept of communication plus one point of deadlock. So what does it mean? It deadlock. Okay, so process P1, P2, P3, and this is our processor CPU, which is allocated to which process? Process P1. Okay, and this printer which is allocated to process P2. Now this CPU and printer, these all are the resources of our system. Okay, it is not like that the number of the processes and the number of resources are same. There are limited amount of resource, limited number of resource in our system, and there are unlimited number of processes. So how do we how operating system manages it? Okay, so P1 CPU is allocated to process P1, printer is allocated to process P2. Now what happens if P1 requires the request to the printer, to the operating system? Okay, P1 wants to use printer, but it is actually allocated to process P2, so it can't access. Okay, after that P3 sends the message to process P1. Okay, and this CPU is allocated to now process P3. So it is just a scenario of communicating processes. Now there are two models for inter-process communication, IPC, that means inter-process communication model. First one is message passing and second one is shared memory. Okay, so this is, in this figure you can see that this is your memory. Okay, and over here this is message passing system. So you can see process A is communicating with process B using some mechanism. Okay, and over here you can see this is shared memory concept. So process A is communicating with process B, but they shared in common shared memory area. For example, just like in our society area, if there is some social function, then there is a separate party plot or a separate common sharing plot. Okay, where all the society members perform whatever they wants to. It is just like that, process A, and for process A and process B in this figure 2, that is shared memory concept. But in message passing, it is like send and receive. That means WhatsApp send or WhatsApp receive. Okay, you receive message, you send message, just like that. Okay, so okay, it is not that much easy. There are rules, protocol, algorithm are there. So I'm just it is intro for you. Okay, in my next video you will get this model in detail. So watch this video. Okay, thank you for watching, and must watch my next video for IPC model.